Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's me, your girl BrittReacts, and today it's storming outside and we're reacting to the time Ari spiked Bert's drink with MOLLY. Let's see what they have to say.
Do you eat healthy?
I am now.
Sometimes? You
I am
are now?
I'm down 21 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. What'd you do?
Pretty
Just take a
great.
big shit?
I went to the cardiologist and he was like, this is done.
Really?
And he's like, hey man, you're getting a fatty liver. I heard you talking with the
fatty
black stripes
liver?
Yes.
about that.
White stripes.
Or the white, no, not the white stripes.
Black keys.
Black
Black
keys.
keys.
You're getting,
Always with the black and the white.
you're getting
So
he's the racist
Tom
comic.
is here.
So-
Did not keep that going. It sucks. It's the worst.
you're the
And it's
Fuhrer of
back.
funny.
You're funny.
I can't wait till we give Ari
So
his nickname.
You have a fatty liver?
I'm sorry. We have Tom, we have Bert, and we have Ari all sitting around the table with Joe Rogan. I love finding out that like all these comedians are actually like real life friends, which I guess it's like they're coworkers, right? But I just think it's so fascinating that like how hard do y'all laugh on a daily basis? I did not know you could have a fatty liver, so that's new news to me. This is gonna be the most chaotic 20 minutes of my life, isn't it? Like, let me prepare. I didn't know all these people were going to be sitting here. I thought Bert was going to tell Joe a story. No, all of them are there. So this should be delightful.
Funny.
I can't wait till we give Ari
So
his nickname.
you have a fatty liver? Legitimately?
No,
You
no,
have a
he
fatty
said,
liver?
he said it's at the beginning. He said because he's been testing my livers every 9 months.
You've been having a heart attack for the last
And he
6
said-
months.
That's no joke. You lost how much
21
pounds.
That's crazy.
in the last how long?
in 1 month.
Are you down below
What?
the...
I didn't drink.
What
It was
do you
a
got-
big thing.
what do you
I
got
didn't
now?
drink, and I
Drinking
worked, and I go
does-
to hot spin every day, and I was home, and so I
Hot
wasn't
spin.
touring. Hot spin.
So it's like hot yoga, but you're spinning?
yeah, they have the heat on. It's like 100-something degrees. It's awesome,
No, thank you.
dude.
Yeah.
I took
What's
Brendan
it
Shaw.
called? Like, what is
Hot,
it?
hot spin.
Just called hot spin?
The sweat shop in
The
Toluca
sweat
Lake.
shop.
Sweatshop with a 2 P's and an E?
Yeah,
It's
old
culture
style.
appropriating slave labor.
It is.
Yeah.
The sweatshop.
For some rich fucking suburban people to
Wait, how-
exercise.
Because sweatshop's a real thing. It's part of someone's history.
Yes.
And you would never understand, so why don't you be quiet and let the
him.
black people talk here?
Tell him, Ari.
So you've been going to that, and wait, what did the doctor say? Will you say what he said?
Yeah, is that? Yeah.
So he said you got a fatty liver.
No, he goes. He did a sonogram of my.
Tom is so like, no, give me the diagnosis. He's like a real friend. Meanwhile, Ari's over here talking about black people in sweatshops, which I feel like, what? You don't typically hear about like black people in sweatshops. I feel like you hear about other like countries dealing with sweatshops, right? I mean, I feel like there's probably sweatshops all over the world. But I feel like what we typically hear about, black people got their own stuff. But Ari is making so many jokes that a lot of them like have been missed. But Tom is like, no, tell me more. So how you lost how many pounds and 21 pounds in a month is outstanding. But truly, if you cut out alcohol and you're a drinker, if you're someone who drinks on a daily basis and you stop drinking alcohol, your entire everything is going to change. Your skin, your hair, your nails, your weight, like your appetite, everything's going to change. Everything's going to change.
Will you say what he said?
Yeah, is that? Yeah.
So he said you got a fatty liver.
No, he goes. He did a sonogram of my organs every time. He does like a sonogram of them.
Yeah. It's
He
cool.
said your liver's looking fatty. I said, is that from drinking? He goes, no, it's because you're 258 pounds. And he's like, it's the most common thing I see when I go and work as a doctor for like clinics, as like just donate his time. He goes, everyone's got a fatty liver. It's just and that is the cause of the beginning of your decline for your health. And I went,
Wow.
it freaked me out. And I was like, all right, no booze, no sweets, no sugars, no pastas, no breads. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking lose weight.
So you didn't
Do you
drink
have
at all
boozing?
for a month?
No, I had like a couple drinks.
a
Like
few-
no, like
I know,
few
but you
bottles.
think
They don't believe
you
him.
were like, we were gonna
It's
say.
his-
for me.
his
They don't
no-
believe him.
his no
yeah.
drinking.
Yeah, my
Ari
version
and
of no
I
drinking.
decided we're going to set this up like when the Navy SEAls get to ring the bell to quit. We're going to set this place up with ice and vodka. And just
Tempt you.
We're going to just leave it all
Today's
laying
the
out
day.
on the table.
I could easily tap out first day.
Well, we were
First thing, you
Ari
have the
and I
most to
were
gain by
thinking-
quitting.
That's
But we
the
were
day.
thinking that we kind of cheated by smoking cigars.
Well, it's already done.
We got high on these cigars. We
I
were
mean, if
hoping.
we're out,
I think
we're
if
out.
anyone's
hoping-
cheating, it's our.
Can you get lifted off of a cigar? He just said they got lifted off of cigars. Is that a thing? I thought cigars were more of like a, just a something you do when you're drinking your scotch or your brandy. Does it really like? I'm learning so many things. Fatty livers. There's a high from cigars. Like, what's going on now?
Ari's alcoholic kombucha.
Well, we were hoping that you guys were going to tell
wanna
us
get
that we
bombed up
already
one of those.
cheated.
And that's
so it's
over.
Yeah. Oh my God, it'd be lovely.
Hey, guess what? You're right. You're losers. It's over.
Yeah,
All right, let's
fuck it,
enjoy
let's
our
fuck it.
months.
I got a 12 o'clock flight tonight.
So no sugar, no pasta, no booze, or very little booze.
Very little booze.
That's great.
What's
21
very
pounds.
little? What's very little?
Friday, Saturday. Like I could drink on Friday or Saturday.
But how much did you drink on Friday?
Not much because
All of it?
I get like the first two Friday Saturdays I didn't drink.
Post you were getting an IV because.
Oh, that. By the way, wait till I tell you what happened. That backfired on me big fucking time.
Wait,
Why?
Why'd you need it though?
Let's start with Ari slipping me Molly.
What?
Let's start there.
You slipped a Molly?
Look at Ari.
Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
How much?
It's enough.
Interesting.
How did you do
I'm
it?
sorry. I'm sorry. This is as chaotic as I thought it was going to be. But if you look at this group of men, tell me if you think I'm wrong. If you look at this group of men, Ari is like the least suspecting of the four to be the troublemaker. But it seems as if Ari is the Tasmanian devil of the group, and he thinks it's so funny. I would have never suspected this guy. But again, you know, the group itself just seems like a good time. I don't know. This is too much. This story is about to be so chaotic. Oh my gosh. Let us pray.
Good.
Where was this?
It was at his house.
It was
at
at my house in
podcast.
front of my children.
Oh.
We had a
Was
shot
this in a
before.
safe
We had a
place?
shot before we started. I had to empty out a capsule and fucking put it into a shot.
Are you out of your mind?
Yes.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was-
It was
Look how he's
great.
laughing.
No, it wasn't.
It was great.
It was not.
You're making me go on this fucking stupid shit.
Yeah, Joe, what kind of sociopath are we friends with? He did it to punish me.
Because I have to be sober. You don't give up Molly. You're only giving up alcohol.
I don't,
but-
hey, all right, I don't do Molly because I just got back from the doctor and he said, hey, it's time to get healthy.
I
And
agree.
so, yeah.
I agree.
You don't think it's fucking crazy that you would do that?
A bit. Yeah, it's
You're
a
not
bit
doing it
crazy.
to like your fucking college roommate. You're doing
Did
it to
you
like,
even get the Molly tested? Like, where are you buying this Molly?
No.
I've done it for my favorite Molly dealer. It's
and you
great
just
Molly.
spiked
It's
his
great.
drink.
Yeah, yeah.
High
I
blood
emptied-
pressure, high cholesterol.
Emptied out 3 guys. You're all talking
I would
about
want
what
to
ifs.
kill you.
I think it's either time to have an intervention with Ari or kick him out of the friend group. This is wild. This is wild. This is wild. This is like Hangover. It literally feels like we're watching a podcast of the Hangover cast. There's no way. And Ari is Zach Galifianakis or whatever his name is, and he just feels like, yeah, I did it. In this man's home where his children were around, I'm not sure we could be friends. I'm not sure we would still be friends.
Yeah, yeah.
High
I
blood
emptied-
pressure, high cholesterol.
Emptied out 3 guys. You're all talking
I would
about what
want to
ifs.
kill you.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
fucking want to kill
He
you.
wanted to for
Literally.
about 10 minutes until
I
the
wanted to-
Molly kicked in, and then he was fine.
How
How fun was it?
It's
talk about the positives.
It's Molly. It's fucking. I had to fly that night. I was on a fucking plane going like, when's this gonna fucking stop?
Tom is
'Cause I didn't know that
pissed.
orange
Tom is
juice
not
kicks it back
happy.
up. So I'm drinking
Orange juice kicks it back
vitamins
up?
C.
I don't know.
You drink a lot of orange juice generally?
On the fucking plane, I'm drinking, trying to get hydrated because I'm on fucking Molly. And so I'm drinking Tito's and
Orange
orange juice.
It's a hydrate.
Wait a minute, you're drinking Tito's while you're on Molly?
Hey, Joe.
Joe,
I didn't
party's
pick
out,
Molly.
party's
okay,
in.
I didn't pick the Molly.
But you already knew you were on it.
Yeah, and I was having severe panic attacks because I'm like,
And so you went and had Tito's and orange juice to hydrate and to calm yourself down. No one at this table is making sense except for Tom, because the bewilderment on Tom's face is equal to what I feel. Tom is so disappointed. He's so disappointed. First of all, he's like, I feel like there's a little mama bear in him that's like protective over Bert a little bit. He's like, how could you do this to him? But he's also like, you're a psycho. And then Joe just has all the questions that he should have. Like, I'm sorry, Bert, but you telling us that you were having panic attacks and you need to be hydrated, so you drank when you weren't supposed to be drinking? The math is not mathing. 2 + 2 is not equaling 4 here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You were on it.
yeah, and I was having severe panic attacks because I'm like, I don't do Molly, and I'm thinking that kid died from Mali in
Which
Mexico. That comedy writer.
Oh yeah, I don't think it was that.
He died from Mali, and I'm sitting there
That was
going,
just a story.
I'm 46, I got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, I'm on pain, I'm on meds.
It was great. He noticed how great his wife looked, and he was like, "She's awesome. I've got a great wife."
Yeah, I was
He's
definitely
looking
on
at it through
Molly.
the window.
Like,
Do you do this a lot? Do you
No,
spike drinks?
I've
Oh,
never done it before.
Really?
Yeah, the first time.
And what made you fucking want to?
Well, because I don't really want to do the sobriety things.
You mean for the
So
month?
you just
the month.
forced him to do a
So
drug?
yeah,
a
so
hard
he's
drug?
doing it for me. Yeah, a fun, hard party drug. We had a
Would you
great
do
time.
that to Tom, or would you only do that to Bert?
He said he'd do it to you.
If this
you do it
podcast
to
was
me?
yesterday, then yeah, you would have all been dosed.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I said to him, you
Probably
would not
acid.
do this to Joe, and he goes, 100% I would.
Yeah, if
I
this
was like,
podcast was yesterday, it wouldn't have broken up sobriety.
But
Once
why
I got
would
the
you-
idea in
why
my
would
head,
you do that when you just offer it to us?
Yeah, why would
Yeah.
you?
Why the
he
spike?
wouldn't take it. No way he'd take it. You, I could offer it to. You're a fucking grown-up. But this child,
You're not a grown-up.
But how mad would you be if you got spiked?
I'd be very mad.
If you were at your house, it was your
I
last.
have something to do. The problem is if you have something to do, that's out the window.
you were good.
Thank you.
We were planning on
Gotta
getting
fly.
drunk at the podcast.
I was,
I think we're gonna get
planning on
bothered.
having a couple drinks with.
The way that Ari is trying to explain this like it is the most casual thing, and then he calls Tom a child, when actually I think it's reversed. Like, Tom is the responsible adult, and you, sir, are the reckless frat boy. I cannot. I feel like I'm in like a warped zone because there's no way this is actually. Is Ari Shaffir this reckless? Guys.
with you, and then getting you out of my house, having dinner with my children, relaxing, getting on a plane, and going on tour. Instead, that's scrap.
You had so much fun. I don't believe your fake anger.
That's a real weird one,
There's no
Ari.
fake anger in this.
That's
I
a
was.
weird one.
Serious.
Here's what I did.
I like to be on your side with this, Ari.
Thank you. I
I don't
appreciate
think
it.
I
I
can.
appreciate it. End of story. Thank you.
No, he said
He said he's not on
No,
your
I
side.
heard, that's not what I heard. He said how much he likes being on my side.
He's a child. He's a child.
Look, I would like to be on your side too, but I would be enraged if
He
you
called.
did that to
He
me.
said, I'm going to call Tom. He's going to be really mad at you. I'm like, there's no. Tom's going to die laughing instantly. And he
Tom's
goes, no,
not
he's going to be
laughing.
mad at you.
How many
Tom is
times have you
not
done Molly?
Me?
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever. No, none. Zero.
0.
Yeah.
You?
A
4?
couple when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Did ecstasy.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so
I've
once.
never done Molly.
Yeah.
I've never done Molly.
Molly's just pure ecstasy.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
never done Molly.
It's way better. It's better for you.
Have you?
It's better for
Once.
Like you put the powder in your lip, or would
Just
you?
took pills.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem was the next day.
Thank you.
I was so dumb. The next day, I remember
so
being in a
dumb.
coffee shop trying to read a magazine. And
Yeah.
I couldn't read. Like, I couldn't take in a paragraph. I would try to read a paragraph, and then it would start over again, and I would try to read it again.
You're out of your mind.
What do you
dude.
and then
mean?
start over again. And then
It's great.
I bombed that night.
Thank
I
you.
went on stage that night.
You
I
got
had to go on tour. I had to go on tour to 2,800 people that night on the next night on Molly, and I was like, I
You
did
went
do
on
2
Molly.
shows.
You went on Molly 38 hours later.
I was like coming off of drugs, and I was like, mother, like I was shaky. I couldn't think straight. And I was like, fucking
You can't think straight.
yeah.
Once you do get off that stuff, the thing
Yeah.
is, like, you're dumb. Like you're all your brain.
This story is stressing me out. I don't have any experience with anything of the sort, but I do agree with what Joe is saying. Like, having seen, I mean, a lot of rappers, a lot of artists go through these, and they come out and you could tell like they're different. Like, there are specifically like top tier rappers and artists I can think of right now who, when they started their career, they were excellent lyricists. And then you just start to see them dumb down, and you can literally give thanks to these type of things. Like, Joe is 100% right. Like, especially if you do it often, that hard stuff, you come off of it and your brain is fried.
Get off that stuff. The thing
Yeah.
is, like, you're dumb. Like you're all your brain juice is all fucking squeezed
But
out.
you don't think? I mean, like you definitely would
great.
see that spiking a girl's drink is not okay, right?
If it's for sex, yeah, then it's not okay.
But if it's just for goofs,
For goofs, yeah. If you're friends
What?
in the right circumstances, absolutely.
What are the
Listen, Bill
what are
Cosby.
those?
Listen, Bill Cosby.
Let's
You're
go through the
you're a little bit. Dr. Huxtable over here. You're a little fucking.
You're only pulling
off.
sex into it.
How is he not canceled for this podcast interview? And I'm not one to cancel people. Y'all know I'm not into all that. But if he wasn't like seriously on Twitter being fired up for this interview, this is so wild. I don't care, man or woman. This is just so wild. Like Bert said, he was on medication. You don't know how anyone would react. And to just be doing this to someone who is non-compliant it's not funny. Like I'm like getting frustrated now. I'm on Tom's boat because I'm like, what are we talking about? Were people on Twitter upset about this, y'all? Because I know Twitter is like the place. If people are getting canceled, you got to check Twitter. And I don't have a Twitter. I haven't Twitter since I was like, I don't even know how long it's been since I had a Twitter. Were people upset about this? Let me know.
But if it's just for fun, good times.
What is the right circumstances where you would be able to drug
If
someone?
a bunch of people are out and then everyone's gonna do acid, and then somebody's always like kind of like express interest in acid, and then you don't know if they're gonna do it or not. So you're just like, I know you. You would like this. You took some.
I think you know it's not okay to do that. I think you know. And you're
I'll tell you right now. I know you regretted it after you did it. The next day, I think you felt bad about it.
I thought
Yes,
it
you
was
did.
great. I thought it was so
I
fun.
noticed how you text, and Tom did too. You were like, "Hey man, had a great time the other day." Fucking
Yeah. I told you what to take 5-HTP.
yeah.
Go
What's
get
that?
some.
That's great.
It's a mood
help?
stabilizer.
Oh, nothing helped.
So wait,
didn't take
did
it.
all this lead to the IV? Is this what the IV?
I led to the IV because I was shaking, and I was like, man, I don't feel right. And they're like, you were on Molly last night. You didn't sleep on the plane. I flew all through the night, didn't sleep. I was just fucking
All
like,
through the night.
Did it fuck up your shows?
I don't know.
No.
I don't think so. I mean, I
You pulled it together.
I think people think I'm hammered on stage anyway.
Right.
And so, but what happened was I couldn't, the whole weekend I kept trying to just right the boat by going like, and you can't do that with alcohol. You just got to do that by like getting off but it's my last weekend of Sober October, and that's why I'm like, right now I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Damn, Ari.
I'm sorry.
I
No,
don't
you're
believe
not.
him.
I'm not.
I've never heard of Sober October. I've heard of No Shave November, but I've never heard of Sober October.
Sorry.
I don't
I'm
believe
so
really
glad
not?
I did it. Yeah.
Are you serious?
What a great podcast
What if I
we
had
did
died?
too. Then I'd be more sorry.
Whose podcast was it? Yours?
Mine.
Did
It
come
was
out good?
great.
I'm on Molly, yeah. I tell you I'll tell you, I will never, I love
chatted
this
up?
man. Joey Diaz, I called you,
calm
then I
him
called
down.
you, then I'm panicking. I'm in a panic.
You called me?
Yeah.
I didn't get a
I
call.
was on.
You were
I was on
hunting.
stage, right? And then I called you back
okay.
after.
Tom called me back, and then Joey Diaz, I said, Ari just slipped me Molly, and all he said is, I'll be there in 10,
I'll
dog.
be there in 10 minutes.
He came to your house?
Came to the house, sat with me. He's like, you're
Told
going to be
the
fine.
stories.
You're going to be fine. And he
What-
just told stories. The sun was going over his shoulder, and it was just setting. It was so beautiful. He was like it was like he was like a god.
You definitely shouldn't do that, Ari.
Yeah.
Okay, but talk about the good parts though.
No,
So it was beautiful.
You're like a guy that raped her, like going, yeah, but you like dick, right? So the dick was in you. You like dicks in you.
So talk about how great it was with the
You were
sun
wet.
setting behind Joey Diaz as he's telling these stories of starting comedy.
He wants to. I mean, you know what he's doing, right? He's like, see, it was a good night.
It was so great. It was so fun.
I can't
Full of love.
co-sign this because I don't want kids hearing this going, oh, Ari
Right.
did it. Savage Ari Shaffir.
Shout out to you, Bert, for having some type of conscience. This man, is he, I just want to know, like, is he for real? He's not for real, right? This is the makings of, like, not a good person. This is wild.
Co-sign this because I don't want kids hearing this going, oh, Ari did it. Savage Ari Shaffir.
No.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
is it
spike my
Shaffir?
friend's
Kids
drink.
don't, no, kids don't do it.
Good point.
I can't co-sign it. I can't even release the fucking podcast because I don't want anyone going like
course
because
release
I am
it.
in a good mood. I'm
Yeah.
on Molly.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm high as shit.
You don't want anyone getting accurate representation of what Molly does to you.
I don't want kids. It's different if I
You don't want
take it
kids taking
myself.
over a train either.
The whole
So Ari Shaffir, not Shaffir, sorry, he doesn't have kids. He's not a married man with children. God, I hope not. Because Bert is really, and I mean, this man has told us some wild stories about things his daughters have done, but he is very conscious of the fact that, like, this is not okay. This is not something you want kids and teenagers to feel like they should access. And he's coming from a father's stance. Like, that's definitely something a loving father would say, a responsible, loving father. If Ari Shaffir has children and a wife, God bless them. God, I mean it, bless them.
You.
I don't want kids. It's different if I
You don't want
take it
kids taking
myself.
over a train either.
The whole podcast is about you drugging me. It's not about me taking Molly.
I think you've.
He equated it to the taking over the train story from Russia, the machine story. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And what I think Bert is about to say is like, yeah, but I didn't consent to that. Like, that was my own actions. I made those decisions back in college. And so I tell the story now because obviously I'm not the same person, but you drugged me. I don't want anyone feeling like it's okay to be drugged by a friend, a enemy, a stranger. No one should, like, Ari is not understanding. And I'm confused as if he's joking or not. If he's not joking, this man needs serious help. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Taking over a train either.
The whole podcast is about you drugging me. It's not about me taking Molly.
I think you've expressed that you were against it on the podcast. The views of this podcast do not represent.
Do you know how hard it is to be your friend?
you
have any fucking idea?
It was so great to see you, all smiles.
But
you were in
it's
such
weird
a
that
good
you've
mood.
never dosed anybody before, but you
Never
chose
anybody.
that one moment to dose Bert.
Yeah, I realized how great it would be. I had to take that
Would you do
from
the same
LA.
thing if you went to Tom's house to do a podcast and you had the Molly on you? You think you would have dosed him?
Okay,
He
here's
says
why it's
he
different.
says he would.
Here's why it's different.
Here's
Tom
why it's
alone hasn't really. I feel like he's not the reason I have to do this month of sobriety. Where I do blame you a lot more.
Then let's not do it.
I'm down with
Because
that.
I don't want to be.
Let's get
I
bombed.
don't want to be scared to be around
No,
you.
I won't dose you again. That's a
Bring
one-time
the
only
ice.
thing.
Just get the ice.
That's a one-time only thing.
You
Yeah.
gotta not do that again,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
No, that's a
I'm-
one-time
I'm-
only
I'm
thing.
concerned about at least in the podcast.
I'm like, I need to hydrate because this is really, I need water. This is really squeezing all of my brain juice out, like Joe said, because this man can't be serious. This is not, these are not grown men talk. I'm drained from watching this. That, like, Ari really arguing his point. Guys, now I'm not a guy. I know guys have like bro things. Is this funny? Would you find this funny as a like would you be upset if your friend did this to you? I'm only talking to the men in the room. Okay? This is for the guys. I feel like this is a guy conversation. This is a group of guys. Men. Would you? Please tell me, because I am, and I know women, we come from a different place. We're super emotional, yada, yada, yada. So that's why I'm not talking to the ladies in the room. Ladies, just hang tight. Guys, would you be upset if this happened to you? Let's take a poll. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know.
Podcast, 'cause I'm wondering if there's like someone's gonna go, that's illegal. Let's fucking call the police. Like there's
Well,
Right.
this podcast wouldn't exist.
Without some
This
illegalities.
podcast, the entire time we were doing it, we were smoking weed from the beginning of the podcast 10 years ago.
yeah.
It was weed's only been legal since 2 years ago.
Tom, you
Yeah.
laughed like crazy when you heard about it.
Well, I'm on the phone in a green room, and he's like, "Ari spiked my drink." I was like, "Yeah." So I didn't know like really what was going. I didn't know he was even serious. I mean, I'm on the phone.
He's got a hydro flask with his name on it,
What?
And I'm
like a little kid.
machine?
Little
like,
kid
no
with
one's
their notebook.
touching my drink.
Turn it to
me see.
something for you to see. So like a little kid with a notebook. It says Bert
No one else takes
Kreischer,
it. It's
7th
yours.
grade.
Yeah.
That
Bert
is yours.
Kreischer.
Yeah, he said
That is nice.
I went to this. I couldn't be around my kids. I had to say goodbye to my kids that night, high as fuck. I go into my daughter's room. She's got these lasers that make stars on her ceiling,
And you're
and I'm
dancing.
blowing up. I'm just like, okay.
It's like, oh, turn it up.
I go,
turn this up, daughter.
she gave me a hug, and I was like fucking beaming. I was like, I smelled her hair, and I was like, God, I fucking love you.
That sounds awesome.
And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, Joey said something to me that he goes, you would have already had your stroke. It would have already happened.
Fuck, man.
Like Joey's a doctor?
No,
What the
but
fuck does he know?
in those moments,
It calms
helped
it out.
you.
it helps.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
just panic attacks. I'm having.
Right.
So I give Isla and Georgia hugs and kisses goodbye. Give Leanne the longest kiss goodbye. And it's, by the way, my flight's not leaving until midnight, and it's like 7:00. I can't be in there. I can't be around them because I'm like talking fucking
Oh
quick. I have
my
big ideas, and
gosh.
so then I go to the store.
Wait, how good was the shower?
Did
Shower
they
was pretty
know?
amazing.
Yeah, right.
Shower was pretty. I can't deny Molly's not
Did they
fucking
know?
amazing. It's
Right.
just
It's the surprise
I wonder if his family knew. Like, could they tell? They know now.
element. It's the
But it's
surprise.
also, the
too.
come down's not worth it, in my opinion.
come down's not worth it at all. But then we went to the store.
What'd you do?
And I
just hung out.
I just had to. So I needed to be somewhere, and I couldn't just wait at the airport.
Yeah.
So the only safe
was
place
like
to go was
9:30.
Yeah, the store. So I sat at the store for like an hour drinking,
Comedy store.
Yeah, the comedy store. Yeah.
So you went on Molly to the comedy store.
Yeah, I just went there to hang out in the back room.
He came in all angry, like, "Oh, I'm so mad at you." And then David Spade was there, and he loves celebrities. So I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "All right, it's a fun story. Let me tell you."
Was killing in the green room.
You were killing.
I was killing. By the way, I took it on stage and it destroyed on stage. But
So you were high on Molly on stage?
no.
That night?
I told about getting.
Oh, so
The
you
next
told
day.
the next day when you were
On
doing your
yeah.
shows.
I went on
So it's
stage
a
and said,
bit
"You
now.
guys are gonna see. It sucks. Yeah. What am
What
I? I'm
if
a
it's-
comedian. What am I gonna do with it? Just
Yeah,
be a
of course.
victim? Lay in my tour bus and talk
What
to my
if it
therapist?
is? That's good. You should do that if you get raped. What if that's the new? What if that's the new machine?
It's
There's so much like locker room talk going on that I don't want to be a part of. I don't feel like I should be in this room right now. Let me out of this room, please. Joe, that was such an unnecessary comment. I'm not rewinding it because I don't need to hear him say that again.
It won't be.
Hey man, why so negative?
Because it's amazing.
Maybe that's your new thing. Instead of like taking your shirt off, people just spike your drink.
Oh my God.
He just started going.
Why would you say that?
Oh my God! No way! Do not do
That's
that.
it. That's
Do
it.
not
Why
do
would you
that.
say
I'm
that?
out. I'm out.
He's
I'm
the
out.
Do not do
one.
I'm
that.
fucking out of this podcast.
Do not
He's the
do that
one
now.
who spiked your
Do not do
drink, and
that.
he's like, "Don't say that."
Don't do that.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
No, you can't accept drinks from anyone.
It's a one-time
Never.
only thing.
No,
It happened and
not
it's
with
done.
our fuckhead fans.
It happens and I'm done. It's over. Everybody, that's
I
done.
know.
I find our fans to
dude,
be
you have
lovely.
to apologize.
That is a one-time thing. I'm
sorry?
sorry. I'm had a great time with you, but I'm sorry you had to come to me doing it behind your back.
Cut that fucking thing off your wrist.
But I'm glad we did it. It was so much fun. At some point,
Oh
he just goes.
my gosh.
He was like starting to get angry, and then he goes, "Oh, your eyes are great. Let me see those eyes.
Beautiful eyes.
Thanks.
I was,
see.
yeah, it
Wouldn't
is.
the world
You
be a
live
better
nice
place
life.
if everybody was on just a smidge?
Yeah.
Just a smidge of Molly all the time.
Probably a lot more empathetic world.
I didn't even
right?
give him a full dose.
Oh, you
Cool.
didn't?
Oh, thanks, man.
You
You're
didn't?
welcome. Yeah.
Like a half a dose?
The
Just
best,
two-thirds.
the best is he goes. We were in the store and I'm talking to Tony Hinchcliffe, and I go, he would never have done it to anyone else. He only would have done it to me. And he goes, "That's not true. That's not true." I said,
true.
"Would you do this to Rogan?" He goes, 100%.
If it
I
was all
"You
of us
would
together-
never."
if it
That's
was all of us
such a
together,
lie."
yes.
No, you and Joe at his house, you wouldn't spike his drink and then go, "Hey, man."
If he forced me into a thing where I had to give up things I love for a month, then yeah, he would have got it.
So Ari has been mad at you, and I listen. I'm probably the only one here besides him that listens to his podcast.
I'm drained. Guys, I'm drained. I'm drained from this one. Whew, this one's drained me. Today drained me. That's what I feel like right now. Let's wrap this up, guys. I can't be a part of this friend group. Here I am, like, this table of men is hilarious. No, y'all have stressed me, drained me to the max.
You don't listen to this podcast. I do. Ari gets fucking furious at you, Bert, for this.
Oh, then fucking let's stop. You got me. You got me, bro.
bombed October.
You
What are
got
we
me.
doing with our lives?
You
seems
really
like-
get mad at him for that?
so mad.
So mad. He got so mad. It was
It didn't even
crazy.
do anything. He drank just as much after October as before. It never curbed anything. What are we still doing this for?
He's got a point. That the whole reason why we did it in the first place was to try to sober you up.
We didn't think he'd be able to do it. He had no problem at all.
All right. So are we announcing that on the 1st of October we're done with this shit?
Well, listen, no one has a problem here except
Right.
Bert. I
first of
like
all-
a glass of wine with dinner, maybe two.
Isn't it
I like
great?
I like a shot of whiskey before I go on stage.
That's nice too.
Maybe occasionally I like a beer while I'm on stage.
Watching the Yankees.
But I'm not a drinker in the sense of I don't get drunk a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
If I get drunk once a month, it's a crazy month, like drunk. And it's usually somewhere whether I'm like with you guys or something, and we're just maybe a podcast. We just start doing drinks.
Yeah.
Do
hanging out.
you just get like a little? I've always wondered that. Do you just get like a buzz, like a
Yeah.
little buzz, and then you're fine?
Then I stop. Yeah. Dude, I work out too much. I'm too healthy. I'm getting
That's
up in the
fair.
morning. Most mornings I'm either doing yoga or I'm running or I'm lifting weights and doing cardio. I can't take the beating. The
Yeah.
beat and at 52, it's not fun.
Oh wow, I didn't know Joe Rogan was 52. Yeah, when you live a very clean lifestyle, your body is wrecked by stuff like that. I don't have anything else to say, you guys. I'm so tired from this episode. Like, I need to go take a nap. Men, let me know how you would feel if this happened to you, or maybe some of you will tell me you had a similar experience. I just want to know, what side are you on? Are you on Ari's side or are you on Bert's side? That's really... Or are you on Tom's side? Because I'm Team Tom on this one. This was nuts. Anyway, go and have the day you deserve. Peace.